Hello everyone, I am Vasan from CC department. I am here to take up a topic about big data analytics. Here we are going to study about study or learn about what is big data, what is Hadoop, what are the uses of Hadoop, how to install the Hadoop, and application of the big data. What is big data? In today's world, the big data is a huge recommendation to store the data and harness the data to the high extent and gives an simple way to live the rise across the world. Big data refers to the process that is used when a traditional data mining and handling technique cannot uncover the insights and the meaning of the underlying data. Data that is unstructured, time sensitive, or simply very large cannot be processed by the relational database engines. These type of data requires a different processing approach called big data, which uses a massive parallelism on a readily available hardware. Big data refers to the extremely large and complex data sets that cannot be easily managed, processed, and are analyzed with the traditional data processing tools or methods. Big data is characterized by the three V's. The three V's are volume, velocity, variety. A volume plays an important role in big data. It involves in the vast amounts of the information. This data can be generated from a wide range of sources, including sensor, social media, online transaction, etc. Velocity. Big data is generated at the high speeds. Data streams in the real time or near real time, and it must be processed rapidly to derive the meaningful insights. Example include social media posts like Facebook, Instagram, and it's a YouTube. They are social media platform. They have an high speed data stream in real time. It must be processed rapidly to give the content to the consumer. Unlike website clicks and sensor data. The third one is variety. Variety is in big data comes in various formats and types. This can be include structured data like databases, semi-structured data like XML and SJSON files, and unstructured data like such as text, images, and videos. The diversity of the data types and sources can make it through the challenging to store and analyze. Additionally, some sources and add more space to the definition of the data. Veracity is one of them. Veracity refers to the uncertainty or trustworthiness of the data. Often contains a noisy, incomplete, and inconsistent information which can complicate analysis. And third one is a value. The ultimate goal of the big data is to extract the valuable insights and make informed decisions. The value of the big data lies in a potential to provide a new knowledge and improve decision making. A value provides extract valuable insights to inform decision. The value of big data lies in its potential to provide a new knowledge. Next one is variability. Describes an inconsistency in data structure and meaning. Data can change over time, vary between sources, making it challenging to process and analyze consistently. To deal with the big data, organizations often employ specialized tools and technologies such as a distributed computing system, example Hadoop, and NoSQL database, data lakes, and machine learning algorithms. These technologies enables the storage, processing, and analyzing of the large and complex datasets to extract the valuable information, the sites of the various purposes, including business intelligence and research and decision making. What is Hadoop? Hadoop is an open source framework for distributed storage and processing of the datasets. Hadoop was created by Doug Cutting and Mike Cafarella, and is named after the Cutting son's toy elephant called Hadoop. Hadoop is designed to handle the big data and is based on the MapReduce programming model, which was originally developed by the Google. The core components of the Hadoop include Hadoop Distributed File System. HDFS is a distributed file system that stores the data across the cluster of community hardware. It designed to handle the large files and fault tolerant, meaning it can recover from the hardware failures. MapReduce. MapReduce is a programming model for processing engine for the distributed data processing. It divides tasks into two phases: map phase, and which process and filters data, and the reduce phase, which aggregates and analyzes the results. Uh, Hadoop has several key features that make it a well suited for big data processing, like distributed storage, scalability, fault tolerance, data locality, high availability, flexible data processing, and data integrity, and data applications, and data compression. Hadoop distributed file system, HDFS is like a distributed file system that splits file into blocks and send them across the various nodes in form of data clusters. MapReduce also something like that. The processing and an engine for the distributed data processing. The main use of the Hadoop in HDFS is it is an inexpensive, immutable nature, stores data reliability, the ability to tolerate fault, and scalable and block structured, and can process to a large amount of data simultaneously. There is a drawback in HDFS. The biggest disadvantage is it not to fit for the some quantities of the data. Also, it has issues related to the potential stability, restrictive and rough in nature. Hadoop also supports a wide range of software packages such as Apache Fumes, Apache Use, Apache HBase, Apache Scoop, Apache Spark, Apache Storm, and Pig, Hive, etc. etc. Some common frameworks of Hadoop are Hive, Drill, Storm, Spark, Pig, and Tess. Yarn. Yarn is yet another resource aggregation. Yarn is a resource management and job shelling component in Hadoop. It allows multiple applications to share cluster of data effectively. Yarn replaces the earlier job tracker and task tracker components in the Hadoop, providing greater flexibility and improved resource allocation. Yarn also allows different data processing engines like graph processing, interactive processing, stream processing, as well as batch processing to run the process data stored in HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System. The making of the system is more efficient. Through its various components, it can dynamically allocate various resources and schedule the application processing. The features of Yarn are scalability, compatibility, and clusterization, multi-tenancy. The Yarn architecture. The components are the client resource management, scheduler, application manager, and node manager. Application master. The Hadoop Yarn that submits an application to the resource manager that allocates a container to start the application manager. The application manager registers itself with the resource manager and it notifies to launch the containers. The application code is executed in the container. A client contacts the resource management to monitor the application status. Like HDFS and MapReduce, Yarn also an advantages. The advantages are flexibility, resource management. Yarn provides an efficient way of managing resources in a Hadoop cluster. It allows administration to allocate and monitor the resources required by each application in the cluster. And scalability. It is designed to be high scalable and handle thousands of nodes in a cluster. It can scale up to a down based the requirements of the application running on the cluster. The disadvantages are complexity and overhead. uh, Yarn adds an complexity to the Hadoop ecosystem. It requires an additional configuration and settings which can be difficult for the users which are not familiar with the Hadoop cluster. Latency. Yarn introduced an additional latency in the Hadoop ecosystem. This latency can be caused by the resource allocation and application scheduling and communication between the components. Hadoop Common. This components provides libraries and utilities that are necessary for the other Hadoop modules. It includes tools for the managing Hadoop clusters as well as the common Java libraries used by the Hadoop modules. Hadoop Common is like a collection of common libraries that works with the different Hadoop modules. It is an essential component of the Hadoop framework along with a Hadoop distributed file system, HDFS, and a Yarn, as well as a Hadoop MapReduce. It has it is also referred as a Hadoop core. It has a client library that is aid in loading files into cluster. They also submit a MapReduce job describing how the data will be handled and look up the outcomes of the task when completed. Hadoop MapReduce. Hadoop MapReduce is an implementation of the MapReduce programming model in Hadoop. It includes a job tracker which manages to job submission to a resource allocation and the tasker which one run task on the individual nodes in the cluster. Hadoop MapReduce is same as the MapReduce that we saw previously. MapReduce is programming is a model that enables a massive scalability across the hundred or thousands of servers in Hadoop cluster. The features of the MapReduce are scalability, flexibility, and speed and simple. With a parallel processing of the and minimal data movement, Hadoop offers a fast processing of the massive amount of the data. Simple. Developers can write code in a choice of the language including Java, C++, and Python. An example for the MapReduce is like if you have a if you have using a MapReduce framework, you can break down into a 5 map task where each map work on the 5 flies. The mapper task goes to the data and returns to the maximum temperature and to city. For example, if five types of cities has a 5 types of temperature, assume that the 4 map task and that produce the following intermediate results, like city 1 and have 80 temperature, and city 2 have 27 temperature, and city 3 have 32 temperature, and city 4 have 37 temperature, and city 5 has 32 temperature. These all cities have the output streams that are fed into reduced task, which combine the input result and output a single value for each city, providing a final result as a test as follows. Hadoop is widely used in the various industries and applications for processing and analyzing the large data sets, including data warehousing, log processing, recommendation system, and machine learning. It is known for scalability and ability to handle the massive amounts of the data by distributing the workload across the cluster of computers. Hadoop ecosystem has expanded over the years to include various later projects and tools such as Hive, HBase, and Spark, etc. These components and the tools provide a comprehensive ecosystem for the data storage and analysis. There are many tools that are used in the big data analytics, like Spark, and some of the important tools are MongoDB, Hadoop, and Storm, Spark, Cassandra, and like that. Expanded over the many domains like education, healthcare, weather forecast, agriculture, manufacturing, Mm. In healthcare, it leads to develop the health tracking, improve the care delivery system and machinery, and gives the real-time alerts to the patients those are suffering from serious diseases. It plays an important role in that used to estimates of the areas where the flooding is likely more severe. It can be used in the development of the weather forecast, the strength and the direction of the storms, the moisture amount of the snow that will be fall in specific area, like that can be used in specific airports that the flight can be cancelled in the weather forecast. In big data and agriculture, boosting it can be used in boosting productivity, access to the plant genome infection, protecting yields, and many of them. Benefits of the big data analytics. Big data analytics is used for the um, risk management and used to improve the customer experience, and it can be used for the product and development and innovation. Big data analysis helps in the quicker and the better decision making in organizations. This is an diagram of the big data analytics that has an map reduce HDFS, Yarn, and Hadoop common. This diagram consists of the storage that are developed several open source tools and techniques that are stored in the database. With the help of the different tools techniques, it is now capable to explore millions of the website and fetch you the right set of information within the milliseconds. Hadoop installation. Installing Hadoop can be a complex process, but I can provide with a general overview of steps to install the Hadoop on Linux based system. The Hadoop has several versions, and the installation steps might vary slightly depending on the version you are using. The following steps to provide a general guideline are a Linux-based system, example Ubuntu, CentOS, or Debian, a Java development kit called JDK install. Hadoop is a Java-based framework. Every major industry is implementing Apache Hadoop as a standard framework for processing and storing data. Deploying Hadoop services on a single node is a great way to get yourself acquainted with the basic Hadoop components and the concepts. Download Hadoop. You can download the Hadoop distribution from the official website, Apache Hadoop website. That the given website is https /hadoop apache.org. Choose the version that suits your system requirements. Extract the Hadoop archive. Navigate to the directory where you downloaded the Hadoop distribution and extract it using the tar command like x.extract with the version number. Set environment variables. Add the following environment variables to the shell profile. Example: bash shark and z shark. Or replace the path to the Hadoop with an actual path to the Hadoop installation. Config Hadoop. Hadoop requires several configuration files to run. The main ones include core history XML, a HTTP site and XML, and a mapped site XML. You can find templates files in the etc. Hadoop directory of the Hadoop installation. Copy these templates to the Hadoop configuration directory. You will need to edit these requirements files to set up your Hadoop cluster according to the requirements. Start Hadoop services. Hadoop has various services including the Hadoop distribution system, HDFS, and MapReduce. You can start these services using the following commands. Verify installation. You can check if your Hadoop cluster is running by the accessing web interfaces or name node or resource manager. Open the browser and go to the http localhost 570 for the name node http colon slash slash localhost dot 8088 for the resource manager. Please note that the simplified overview of the Hadoop is a process. Additionally, for the production of deployments, you can carefully configure the secure Hadoop cluster and consider using the like HV, HBase, Sparks to work with the data effectively. Application of the big data, tracking customer spending habit, shopping behavior in big retail stores like Amazon, TVD, Walmart, etc. In management team has to keep data of the customer spending habit, in which the brand they wish to spend, how frequently they spend, shopping behavior, customer most like products like them, in the which product is being searched and sold most. Based on the data, the team has to be product get fixed recommendation by tracking the customer spending habit, shopping behavior by big retail stores like provide a recommendation to the customer. E-commerce sites like Amazon, Walmart, Flipkart does the product recommendation. They track the what the product customer is searching. Based on the data, they recommend the type of the product to the customer. As an example, suppose any customer searched bed over Amazon, so the Amazon got the data, the customer may be interested to buy the bed cover. Next time the customer will go to the Google page, the ad of the various bed cover like will be seen. Just the ad of the right product to the right customer can be sent. A smart traffic system, data about the condition of the traffic on the different road collected to the camera kept beside the road at the entry and the exit point of the city. GPS devices placed in the vehicles like Ola, Uber, cab, etc. All such data are analyzed and jam free or less than taking ways and recommended. Such a way, a smart traffic system can be built city by a big data analytics. One more profit is a fuel consumption can be reduced. Secured air traffic system at various places of the flight, like sensor present, and the sensor catches data like the speed of the flight, moisture, and temperature of the flight, other environmental condition. Based on such data, analyze and environment parameter within the flight are set up and varied. By analyzing the flight mission related data, it can be estimated how long the machine flight flawlessly when it to be replaced or repaired. Thank you.